I just got a phone call from the UPS driver. So we're gonna go up here and pick up our bumper. He can't get in the neighborhood, so we're gonna go get this bumper, and I don't know where the fender is. He didn't say anything about a fender, so let's hope that he has that too. That's really what I need right now. On a side note, a lot of people probably wonder, well, if you love Ford so much, then why do you drive a Chevy? Actually, 2 Chevys. My wife has a what the hell is that thing called? What's that thing called? Acadia. Yeah, she's got an Acadia. Look, guys, to be completely honest with you, I am not the biggest fan of the Expeditions. Love the Excursions. The Explorers, they're okay. I don't like the Expeditions. I don't know why. Let's just be honest. These Tahoes and Yukons and stuff, they're great vehicles. These LS engines, if you treat them right, will last forever. So, and they're a dime a dozen. If this thing goes out, you just go get another one. More of a Ford guy, obviously. But sometimes, you know what? I paid $1,400 for this thing, guys. $1,400. I mean, it's not like the cleanest in the world, but look at that, guys. 1,400 bucks. Figure we kind of do like a vlog style, since we got to go up here and get this part. Guys, that thing is massive. Holy crap. Luckily I had some straps with me. It'd be in a damn mess. Alright guys, I will meet you at the house and we'll look at this thing. Alright guys, let's go ahead and get this thing open. I'm sitting here stressing out over the fact that I didn't get my fender. It's in the damn box. Alright. There's that. That's a big ass box. Wow. She's thick. Get off. Get off. This thing looks good. It says it was made on 1/23/19, so it's fairly new. It's not been sitting around too long. Alright, cool. Hopefully this thing works out. Oh, look at that. It's all distorted. Oh man, I gotta send this back. Everybody's favorite. Tong Yang. Whatever. I don't give a crap. It's a good fender. That's what the other one is. It fits pretty good. Let's see what we got. Looks good. I don't see any damage. Straight. So, should be good there. And there's our bumper. So, by the way, this is how I was getting power to the power windows. If you ever wonder about that, all you have to do is hook up, if you don't have like all of your shit under your hood, your solenoid and all, hook power to your yellow wire, and then hook ground to the car, and attach your ground strap to the car with the cables like that. Let's make it all connect. Anyway, then you can get power to the inside of your car, let the windows up and down, stuff like that. I think what I'll do is drill these rivets out. I put a couple rivets in here just to hold this. I think we're going to go ahead and drill those out and leave the header panel here completely attached, and then just slide the cover off of it. I think it's going to be the best bet. Then we can see how we need to adjust everything. We've got the bumper off and we got the fender off, as you can see. But this is where the problem has been, where the bumper doesn't want to sit down flush. And it's weird because if you look up here, it looks like somebody has cut. And that is definitely a cut. That's not broken. Maybe where it looks like they've tried to get the bumper to sit down. So there may be an issue in the casting on this thing, on the header panel. I'm not 100% sure. We're going to go ahead though and try to fit this bumper up. And you can fit them up on the header panel. This is actually the preferred way for me anyway, is to put them up here like this. That way everything is structurally sound, things kind of tight, and you can go at it like that. So that's what we're going to try to do. Already I can see that this is fitting a lot better. So I think all this will be able to be worked out. The front of the bumper is laying down this way because it's only held on by these brackets up here. So it doesn't have the lower support attached right now. I got to get all this sorted out. I'll tell you what though, let's go ahead and hang the fender on the other side just to see. And from there, what I'll do is just be working out the details on this. All right guys, so far so good. This thing's coming along. Look at this, we got 2 new fenders, got a new bumper cover, and we have a new door, as you guys know. And this door is basically as good as new. It's got a couple little small dings that honestly the primer, this high build primer that I'm using, will probably be able to fix. So this place is an absolute wreck right now. I mean, not that my garage was ever clean, but we have just been out here grinding it out, guys. So there's Bondo everywhere. It's a hot mess. It's just a hot mess, guys. But that's all right though. Everything's gonna fit good. Look at those gaps. Now, obviously they're too tight, but you see the way they meet up though is my point. You're gonna be able to pull this back and pretty much keep whatever gap it is that you want. That's gonna be great. I feel really good about this, guys. It's coming along. Still a lot of work. It's gonna be a slow process, but we're looking pretty good. So what I'm gonna do now is cut the camera off, get out here, start tweaking a little bit on the fenders, and then get back to sanding because that has got to be done. All right, see you in a few. All right guys, so here we are. We have the fender sanded with 180 grit. We have the top half of the door and the bottom half sanded with 180 grit, blending out all the little issues and nicks. I just got all the tape off. I had to spray that with WD-40, so that's gonna be a major cleanup before we can move any further, because obviously you don't want WD-40 down embedded in the paint. So we'll clean all that out, no problem. Got the back half sanded pretty good. I know it looks like a hot mess, but guys, I have felt of this thing and everything seems to be feathered out pretty good. So the roof of the car has been sanded with 80 grit. I'm going to come back and hit it with some 180. Guys, this top paint is holding on pretty good, so I feel like we might leave it, hit it with some 180, and then prime everything. The sides over here though, absolutely that needed to come off because the paint was rolling up on it. The bumper has been scuffed with 180, getting ready for primer. This side over here obviously needs to be completely sanded. Haven't even gotten to that yet. I hadn't gotten to this side either. So that's where we're at. It's just a lot of work, guys. I mean, none of this is easy. None of it happens overnight. Sure, I could probably get John over here, Andrew, and a couple other guys, and we could probably knock this thing out, get my dad over. But that's not what it's about. This is about the journey. This is about doing this, like I told you guys, with my own bare hands over, you know, so much as like a weekend thing. I didn't want to just jump into this like we did with the red car and just bust ass real quick and then, hey, it's all done in a weekend. No, this is about the journey. I want you guys to see there's going to be days that I take off. There might even be weeks that I take off from this car, just like you guys will. I'm trying to give you a real representation of what it's like to actually be working on a project car because, hey, I have a family. I don't have all the time in the world. Speaking of which, look, point proven. So I think it's time I go inside, take a little break, spend some time with them. It's the summer, guys. Can't neglect the kiddos. Let's go find her. All right, guys, I'm gonna go ahead, take a break for a little while. I'll get back to you at some point. Holla. All right, guys, we're gonna go ahead, shoot some primer on these fenders. They've been sanded with 180 grit. Should be good to go. Everything's been wiped with a wax and grease remover. So let's get to it.
Y'all ready for this? Y'all ready for this? Hot damn, another shot up in the air again. I'll probably never care again about anything. I'm arrogant. Ooh, I'm messed up, head spinning like a hurricane.
And just like that, we have primer on them. So they look pretty straight already. This is some pretty good primer. This is a high build primer. I basically just put one really thick wet coat on it. So it should be fine just to block out real quick. On the rest of the car, we're gonna probably put 2 really wet coats on, but on this, I mean, they're already straight, so no need in that. But we do need some good primer on it. So all we're probably gonna do is hit these with some 600. Well, First off, we'll hit them with some 400, wet sand them out, and then we'll finish them off with some 600, because I have learned if you're going to be doing metallics, finish it off in 600, you're going to get your best look. We don't want any scratches in this for the metallic to lay in and look crazy. All right, I'm going to go ahead, take these things off my little makeshift, whatever the hell this is, table, and set them off to the side. I'm going to try to get the rest of the body kit sanded. Most of it's already sanded, but I'm just going to go back over it, make sure there's no slick spots on it. And I'm going to try to shoot some primer on it tonight too, because we really need to get this damn ball rolling, guys. We are behind schedule. I don't want to push it too hard, but hey, it's time to get with it. Catch you in a few. Here we go. We got some primer shot on some of the stuff. This is just very rough. You know, I didn't tape anything off. I just basically shot primer, overspray everywhere and shit, and that's part of it. I don't know if I showed you guys yet or not, but I have the door sanded all down with 180. Bare spots have been primed, so we should be good there. I still haven't finished that, but that should go pretty good actually up there, that little dent that we had. And out here we have everything sprayed. These parts have been primed, so hopefully a nice little buff out with some 400 and then up to some 600. And I think we're going to be good to go, guys. I did not prime the bumper yet. That's just going to be a totally different deal, guys. I'm thinking on the bumper, we may just spray that thing completely separate. These were the main concern right here, because you cannot spray regular paint over urethane. So we should be good here. And we can start spraying paint like here pretty soon. The only thing left to do, I have to take this driver door and lift it up a few millimeters, same as on the passenger side, because it is a little tight down here and it scrubs on the ground effects, and I'm not trying to deal with that. So somebody has already marked this. They just stuck some nails in here as alignment pins. So we'll probably pop these out, loosen this door up a little bit, and just jack it up ever so slightly. Like I told you, it's just a slow process right now. A lot of stuff going on. It doesn't look like a lot's getting done, but it is. Although I have to remind myself that it is, because even to me it seems like there isn't a lot getting done. But that's part of these builds. It's putting parts on, taking parts off, putting them back on, taking them off, you know, fitting everything up 5 or 6 different times. To be honest with you, I really didn't need to spray the ground effects yet, because I still haven't adjusted the driver's side door. So there's a very good chance that I stick that on there and it's still not adjusted right. It scratches all my primer off, so we don't want that. Either way though, it's just primer. We can shoot some more. So these wheel wells are beat to hell, and to be honest with you guys, I don't have a plan of attack at the moment for these, but we will get them, no doubt. Probably what I'm going to have to do is come in and do some tapping and do some grinding to get the high spots out, rather than try to put filler and bring the low spots down. I hate crap like this, guys. I understand that people have to roll their fenders for race cars and stuff like that, but man, I wish people would take the time to do them right. That is not going to be fun, and you cannot half-ass that. That has to be right. But you know, in the end, it's okay. We're going to make it look good. So I wanted to show you a little something about wet sanding. So I'm not actually going to do it, because I've pretty much got everything done that I need to do on this side, but these little soft sanders work really good. Now you don't have to have this. You can pretty much use anything around your house. On these sanders, let's say you have your primer all laid down. As a matter of fact, I still really need to touch over here a little bit. But what you want to do is get something flat. Now I actually like these because they can form a little bit. Actually, if you get something that's really hard and really flat, it can gouge your paint. So I prefer these. I prefer something a little softer like this. Anyway, guys, what you want to do, wrap your paper around it, and you want to push up. So you want to push up like this, and then work your way to the side here. What you want to do is try to keep your sandpaper within your work area. Do it like this, and then come back. You can work this a million different ways, guys. And when you get into your corners, this is where it usually gets real tricky. So you have to be careful, and you have to stay before that crease there. So you're going to sand. Like that until you get everything flat. And then you're going to need something that'll fit in that gap. As you guys can see, that's a pretty good fit for the most part in that gap. So as you sand, move, little buggy. So as you sand, you're blending this. The way I do this is I blend up to the bevel, and then I blend the bevel, and then once I blend that, then I work my way out. And that's about the best way to do it. There's still some work that needs to be done here. I really need to tighten this up right through here a little bit, but you know, hey, that's part of it. You have to get the thing out in the sunlight and look at it, but there's just not really a lot to tell you about this or really show you. I mean, this is just grind work. I mean, this is just getting after it. It sucks. It's nasty. You get crap everywhere. You get stuff all over yourself, and you don't really know what you got until you're done. We'll put a little bit of water on this thing just so we can follow the light, and we're not too far off. So what I want you to do is see if you can follow the lines. Like I said, not really a lot to show you guys, and I know those tips probably didn't help anybody, but it's all I can do right at the moment. Alright guys, we will pick back up tomorrow and hopefully maybe shoot some primer on that door, go ahead, block it out, and see where we stand. I'll go ahead and sand out all this, plus we have everything outside that we're going to have to get in and really check out, scuff up. Guys, I'm here to tell you, with a good polyester primer or a good 2K primer, it's best just to wet sand this stuff. It does not go quick. You will be sanding and sanding and sanding. The good thing is, guys, once you're to that point and once you get that thing slick, you know what your base coat is going to look like, and there's no better feeling. I'll pick back up with you tomorrow. We got some more primer on. I think last time you guys saw it, I just had the quarter over here primed and the bumper. So I went ahead today and primed the door. So we're going to block this thing out. We're going to make this thing look as smooth as possible. Right here in the wheel well, we had some dents from where somebody tried to roll the fenders. Now, if I'm telling the truth here, there's still a few little imperfections. I really don't know what the hell I'm doing most of the time. I'm just doing stuff. If we're getting this thing ready to spray, we can't go with 180. We're gonna have to go with like a 400 and then scuff everything with a 600 to really make this thing wet. Now, what you really want to do is put a sealer over top of this, and we very well may do that. But it's all about money, guys. It's all about time. Honestly, I don't know just yet. We got to get after this thing and get it all sanded out. There is a little more sculpting to do. I can see some hard lines right here. So I'm going to adjust on that a little bit. But as far as like the body of the car, she's straight. She's straight as hell. I'm liking it. The door looks pretty good. I'm going to block all that out. And then obviously the fender is new, so there's no issue there. If you see any spots that look like dents in this fender or whatnot, like shiny spots, that's just the primer. That's not actually any dents or anything. Sometimes they show up like that. You can see like down there. It's not dents, that's just the way the primer looks. So anyway, I want to talk to you guys a little bit today about the channel. Kind of like what we do and what it is about me. Why is my channel different from others? Some of you probably have noticed over time that I don't ask you to subscribe. I hate to even talk about it right now because I don't want to put it out there like I'm asking you to. I don't ask you to subscribe, and this is the reason why. I don't do it because I look at it like this. If you guys like the content, you know where that subscribe button is. If you don't know where that subscribe button is, I'm not the one to teach you. The reason is because I want you on my channel because you like my content. Now, we're about to hit 13,000 subscribers, which I know to a lot isn't a lot, but to me that is a massive amount because we started from the bottom. No shout outs, none of that to start with. Did it all on my own. I was on Reddit researching stuff, doing crap, you know, figuring out ways to borderline clickbait, you know, just enough to get people's attention, adding cool music, figuring this shit out on my own. So 13,000 is pretty damn good. But I want you guys to know a little bit about myself and honestly just how my channel is run. I think you get your most honest viewers by just being yourself. And I try to be myself as much as possible without, like, I cuss a lot. I mean, I cuss a lot. But I'm not going to do that on the YouTube channel because I have parents that have kids that watch my channel and I try to inspire everyone, kids too. But occasionally I'm going to go off, guys, okay? I mean, that's just how it is. I can't, sometimes I just can't handle it. Luckily, I didn't have the camera going today because I spilled freaking primer all over everything, all over the floor, and I just made up cuss words. Like, it was bad. It was out of control. So obviously I don't want to put all that on camera for you guys, but as I have progressed in YouTube, you're starting to see more of my true personality. And now I don't think that I've been fake. I've not been fake by any means, but there's just certain things you don't want to put on YouTube to start with. Trust me though when I tell you that I'm pretty much the guy that you see on YouTube. I try to inspire people in real life outside of this YouTube thing. But at the same time, I'm not perfect by any means. So never claimed to be. I mean, look at my garage. I mean, look, this shit's junk. I mean, it's horrible. I'll get out here and I'll clean everything up. I'll feel good about it. Then I'll come out here and I'll work on something and I'll just trash the place, and it'll stay like this for weeks on end. So my point is, I'm human just like you guys. When I pick up this camera and I come out here, it is simply to share information, teach people, and also learn from you guys, because I learn from you too. You know, I read through the comment section and somebody will have a really good idea about something, and I'll try to implement that. And usually when I do, I'll give you credit for it. Especially if I put it on camera, I'm going to give you credit. If I can remember your name, because I don't remember people's names. I'm horrible with that. I want you to come to my channel to be inspired, to feel motivated. I'm probably not the best motivator out there, but I want to be a good motivator. I want to help you guys get out here, find the inspiration, and do this stuff yourself. Most of the time, that's the hardest thing, is to get off your ass, get out here, and do this stuff. All right, we're going to go ahead and end this video. And as always, thanks for watching.